Good morning, everybody. It's Susan and we're in my studio today, and what I am showing you is a before. This is where my white bookcases have landed, and as you can see, it's just a big mess. There's another little bookcase shoved in there, and I just don't feel like I'm utilizing the space that I have very well here. So I'm going to change it. The other problem that I have with this space is there is my big shot sitting on a shelf, so that every time I want to use it, I have to get it down, put it on the table and use it, and then put it back. And this just isn't working out for me, you guys. I don't like the way it looks. I've got a lot of wasted space where I could have some shelving. Right there between the bookcase and the window, there's a big spot not being used, and between the two bookcases. So I am on a mission to change this around. So I'll be back. Okay guys, and now through the magic of video, this is what I have replaced my bookcases with. And if you look here, I have a full 8 feet of shelving. And I really like this shelving. It's adjustable, so I can move it up and down. And as long as we're looking here, I want to show you this. Look at this, you guys. My floor is clear. And that's important to me because, as you guys know, I have two things here. First of all, I have dust allergies. So having things on the floor that I can't easily clean around is a bad idea. And second, I have 2 boxers in the house. And boxers are low shedding dogs, but they do shed. So by getting rid of the bookcases, almost everything in this room is now movable. I can move it and sweep under it. The only thing that's not actually movable is my actual work desk, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's start here. I want to compare these just for some of you gals that are thinking about changing up your spaces. So I want to do a comparison on this for you with the Jetmax cubes, because I just think this is a lot nicer way to go than the Jetmax. First of all, like I said, these don't sit on the floor. The other thing is, you can see there, I've got the runners and the brackets so that these are adjustable, so that as my storage needs change, my storage easily changes with it. The other really nice thing about this, you guys, is the cost difference. For a 4-foot section of this, which would be from right about there over, for 4 shelves, you can see I've got 4 there. The shelving that I used, I buy MDF from the lumber yard. We cut it, I prime it and paint it. Okay? So for the 4 shelves, the adjustable runners that go on the walls and all the brackets for a 4-foot section cost $44. If you were to buy the same storage capacity in the Jetmax, it would cost you, even at 50% off for the plain cubes, because the cubes start at $30, and that's just an empty cube. So that would compare to what I've got, because just the empty shelves cost me $44. So if you were to buy the plain cubes on sale for 50% off, you would have $165 in 4 foot of storage. So by doing it this way, I saved $120 for each 4-foot section, and I added 3 4-foot sections, new sections of shelving to my room. So I have less in all 3 than you would have in 1 4-foot section of Jetmax. Not only that, you guys, the Jetmax is cheap. It just is. One of the gals here a few months ago had her Jetmax cubes collapse, and her stuff went all over the floor. I'm sure some of you saw the video. This isn't going to collapse. This is 3/4 inch MDF. It's not going to warp. The brackets are sturdy. They're hooked into the studs in the wall. It's not going to fall down. Okay, off my soapbox. Let's get started here. Down at the bottom, I have a half table that mounts to the wall. And this is a little antique table that my sister gave me. I didn't paint it, and I don't know if I'm going to paint it or not. That's yet to be seen. I kind of like it the way it is, so I might just leave it. It is the only piece of unpainted furniture in my room. So, and there are my paper boxes that I did the tutorial on how to make here a couple weeks ago. And if we come up here on the first shelf, or the first two shelves, those 3 baskets there are my Sizzix dies. And then you move over and there's my Bind It All. And you can see I've got little tags on all these, so I know what's in them just by looking. Down here are mini books, and those would be the chipboard mini books. And there's a little piece that I made last year. And in this basket, excuse me guys, I got a little allergy thing going today. In this basket is all of my grunge. All my grunge board, my grunge paper, my grunge shapes. If it's the grunge, it's in that basket. You go right above it, and this is how I keep my die cuts that people send me. I have them sorted, and I still have a few here in plastic bags. Most of these are sorted into the Iris photo boxes, so that makes those easy to access, makes them handy. And if you come around here, this entire basket is full of tags of all shapes, sizes, colors. If it's a tag, it's in there. So if I need a tag, I can grab the basket. There is my new smash book I've been working on. These are some boxes to alter. This bottom one you can see I've already started. It's not done yet. And then if we go up, in that basket are all of my Michaels coasters, and it's full. So if I want to make a coaster mini, I can get that and pick a shape, and away we go. There are a couple of mini albums that I've done and a tag. And in this basket here are my small paper packs. Those would be my 8x8, 6x6, 6.5 by 4.5 paper packs are all in there. A mini book that was gifted to me, my tag that Sharon sent me here not too long ago. Isn't that pretty? And in this basket are mini books. Now these mini books are like the wood mini books, the 3-ring binders, those sorts of things. Not the chipboard books, which are, I showed you, those are in a different place. And then up on top, I have just a bunch of pretty stuff. Mini books that I've made, mini books that have been gifted to me. There are some alphas in those containers right there. And an empty basket on the end. So that is what is in my shelving. And I have to turn my light here. It'll blind you when I turn around. I'm having some lighting issues. This is the 3rd time I've tried to shoot this video, so bear with me a little bit while I adjust here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to come around this way. And there in front of the window, and I've had to open my curtains. I'm sorry for the kind of glariness here, guys. But there's my Clip It Up. It sits on top of this cart, which is the original of my carts. This is the one that I got at Walmart a long time ago. And honestly, you guys, I don't think they even sell these anymore. And in here, I have all of my nostalgics for Design Team are in this drawer. And all of my Udi is in this drawer, all my different colors. And my Udi die is here. Most of this I bought from Trudy. And the Udi Flex. And I love playing with this stuff, guys. I'm just hooked on playing with embossing enamel. In this drawer are all of the Pipe Dream Punk embossing enamels that I got from Trudy. And again, those are fun. Sorry about the jiggling, guys. I'm trying not to. And of course, there's my melt pot with my accessories. And in here are my molding supplies, and my beeswax are in this drawer. And then in here are all of my Bind It All supplies, my book covers and binders and rings and all those things. And then the bottom drawer is just a little bit of odd storage. Okay, so if we come back up here, there is my desktop where I work. And these two cabinets directly under my desk, this one and the one over there, are the only two pieces of furniture in this room that I cannot move easily. Everything else is on wheels. Okay, so there's my little Ranger spinner, and I have another one of those coming. And look at this, you guys. This is the same garage organizer that I had before. It was a really dark gray, and I just hated it. It was just yucky looking. So I went and got some Krylon paint and just painted it white. I took all the little drawers out and just painted it white. Now you can see what's in them, and not only looks better on the outside, see? Let me adjust this light again. So it not only looks better on the outside, but when you look in the drawers, you can see what's in it a lot easier. And I really like that. My extra plug-ins are where they were before. They're right underneath. And then this is the ink pad rack that I got at Goodwill, and I took it apart and I painted it all white. You guys, if you have one of these that you intend to paint, do yourself a favor, go to the hardware store, get 3 or 4 cans of spray paint and just spray paint the silly thing. Do not do like I did and try to take it all apart. It was a nightmare before it was over with, but I got it done. And there's my little tool caddy, just the same one I've always had. And then under here is the other of my 2 garage caddies, and obviously I also took this one apart and painted it white. I really, really like it. And over here are just some miscellaneous tools that tend to fall sideways in my tool spinner and get lost, so they're down there in some little cups. And then, and I'm not going to go through every drawer, every basket, guys. That would get boring in a hurry. In this one I have my cutting tools, all of my adhesives, all of my punches, my scoreboard, all of those kinds of things. My cutting mat, those are all there. My heat tool now hangs here, and under there is the same cabinet that was there before. Sorry, it's kind of dark, guys. And of course it has my fabrics in the top. The middle drawer is paper bags and envelopes, and the bottom is all fibers, just exactly like it was before. And of course, let me pull this chair out here. Sorry if I'm jiggling. My printer's tray is still here that holds all of my charms and little doodahs that we all collect and love to have and play with, and they're all in there just like before. Okay, if you come over to this side, this cabinet is dedicated more or less to my flowers. And please don't hate me. I know this is excessive. I have no explanation for this at all, because I don't buy things in excess until it comes to I Am Roses. I absolutely love I Am Roses. So I have this cabinet. Most of it has I Am Roses in it. And, you know, there's some other flowers here. These are the Prima rosebuds. And these are Recollections leaves. But most of this, you guys, and I use these, and I give them away, and I share them. And I think I like the parts the best. I like to put my own flowers together, I think, the best. I think that's fun. But I'm not going to go all the way through it. You get the idea. So, like I said, please don't hate me. That's the only thing that I really, truly collect in excess. And I just can't seem to stop. I don't know. So up here, let me back up so you can see all the shelves here. Now the 3 shelves on the left here were already here. I did add these 3 shelves on this side, and again, these are 4 foot long and these are 4 foot long. So, and you can see they're like the others, they're all adjustable. And this basket holds my bling. That's all bling and flatback pearls, sticky flatback pearls, that sort of thing. This holds my, oops, I'm sorry, there we go. This basket holds my very few wood stamps. I don't buy a lot of wood stamps because I don't like to store them. And then back down here, this box is where I used to keep my scrap chipboard. Well, you guys know that I used the paper that Jill sent me, the Julienne paper, to dress up some of the things in my scrap room to make it just, you know, prettier. So I've used some of that there. I want to zoom in here because there you go. Those are some recollection flowers and a cameo that Jill sent me, and a little glass words nostalgic thing there. Sorry about that, guys. And Jill, look, I got my border punch out. Jill is punch crazy and I like to tease her. But this box now holds all of my sprays. It has all of my glimmer mist, my homemade perfect pearls mists, my color washes. About that, guys, my memory card filled up. So as I was saying, this wooden box here holds all of my sprays, and I really think that's going to work out good for me. The basket back here basically has my rolls of tickets in it. That's about it. My acrylic blocks from my stamps are in this basket, and these are my extra blending tools here. Above that, this basket here is actually empty. And then, yeah, and let me back up here. Those are my stamp binders. And I don't have them all organized yet. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to organize them. The ones that I know are going to stay together, I went ahead and labeled the tags. The other ones I still have to kind of think it over and figure it out. So, but those are my stamp binders. Back there in the corner are my buttons and beads and brads. And there are my pennies. I must have my pennies. And then this basket is where I moved all of my chipboard scraps to. And then if we go up to the top shelf, this whole section up here, clear to the corner, are all projects that I want to do. Those are all containers. Most of them are boxes for projects that I want to get done. And then in the metal caddy there are my computer cords and of course my tripod. So now we're going to come back down and back up a little. I don't want to make anybody sick turning too fast. There's my other window. My paint caddy ended up there on that wall. And then this didn't change. On the back of my closet door, I still have all of my trims. And these are laces and trims. This does not include ribbon. Except for the few bits that people have gifted to me that I've put up there. And then let me open this. Sorry about that, guys. And I also redid most of my closet. Now my ribbon caddy is here, and this is a pantry organizer that I have my ribbon in. And honestly, you guys, I haven't been buying a lot of this type of ribbon on a spool lately. So as it's run out, I just haven't replenished it. I have been buying the seam binding, however, so I think as I collect more, this will probably be replaced with that kind of thing. And here's my closet. And the white shelf at the top was there originally, and I painted out my closet so that it looks better. It was pretty tacky looking. And this is pretty much all the same stuff it's always been. That box up there on the top right there, that's Jill's box. We're not looking in there. And then the other shelves weren't here. We added 3 shelves to my closet. And I'm not going to go through what's in this closet, guys. It's the same thing that's always been in this closet. But the shelves are old bookcases that we cut up and turned into shelving. Because we had it, it was free, so that's what I used. It's a closet. I keep the door shut. And then the drawer units that were at the top now sit at the bottom. See, they're all down here, so they're not so much in the way. And this is where I keep, you can see the little Michael's purse there. There's some configurations, things in here, and my recycled chipboard is there. Just the usual, the same stuff everybody has in their closet. So let's back up again. Sorry for the glare from the lamp. And then this is where I sit when I'm on the computer. And this didn't change. There's my cubby cart. Let me move this chair so you can see better. And the cubby cart is on wheels. This does move. And this little unit here at the end just has a mishmash of odds and ends. There's really nothing, you know, great in there. In fact, at this point, yeah, there's some old blending tools and sponges. There's a lot of chipboards in this one. Chipboard alphas, I should say, I'm sorry. There's lots of alphas in here. And then here's a couple of stamp cleaners and some miscellaneous containers. And there again, here's my tacky glue for doing drunken scotch techniques. And, you know, almost nothing in that one. So it's just kind of a mishmash. And that's lightweight. I can pick that up easily to clean under it. And then under my cubby cart, there's a lot of projects on this side. And my overflow of paper. And then there's little plastic containers with just odds and ends. And then more paper on the other end, and you guys can see I've got 2 cubbies completely empty. So, and then on top, you know, once again, just like it was before, there's my silhouette in the center. There's my big shot at the end. I got this idea from Jill. I want to show you guys this in case you missed her last video, which I'm sure you didn't. But that is a metal sign that I got at the dollar store for like $2, and I brought it home and tore off what was on it. There was a paper picture, really, you know, unattractive. So I tore it off and I put some more of that paper on there that Jill sent me, and I want to show Jill this. Look at there, more border punching. So I have to tease Jill just a little. Tied it up there with just some seam binding, real simple, and that holds all of my spacers and my movers and shapers, which I don't have many of, as you can see. But I like it. I like that it's handy. They're right there. I don't have to keep that odd shaped packaging. And then when I get my new die caddy for my Sizzix dies, it will sit right here in this area, and my silhouette will obviously be moved. So let me stand back up here. And this is probably the area it's kind of the cute area, but at the same time it's the area that causes me to have to do a lot of dusting. On the bottom shelf I've just got some, you know, there's feathers in here, and there's one of the little Michael's Pictures frames. I think I'm gonna stamp on my glass things there. There's a frame. I still don't have a picture any year later, so, you know, go figure. And here's some ephemera, and my pen holder, and some dominoes and cards. I mean, just the same stuff everybody has. There's my Tim Holtz mini album, some antique door plates, and knobs and handles. And here are my true vintage buttons, not reproduction vintage, but the real vintage ones I keep in a spice rack. I like that. And then on top, I have cards and things that I've made, and this one someone gave me. And then just little doodads. There's a mini book I did. There is the dress form up there where I get to dust it often. And there are some fibers and just little odds and ends. And this thing, guys, I want to show you. That wire fan, it's kind of a shabby chic little white wire fan, and on there I have stuck all kinds of cards and ATCs and tags and different things that people have made me and sent. There's some flowers that Sharon sent me here recently, and I just really like that fan. I paid $2 for it at a garage sale. I mean, it was just unreal. So that, you guys, is the new stamp room. That's my studio. That's how it turned out. I'm real happy with it. I think it'll be easier to keep clean. Everything is organized, except my stamps that I'm still working on. But that's it. Okay, I hope you like the tour. Thanks for stopping in. Now that I am cleaned and organized and have painted every surface in this room, which I did. I repainted all of my furniture, the walls, everything's been painted, so it's all fresh, clean, ready to go. So next I have a canvas project that I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm going to show you how I put it together, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So that's it, guys. Thanks for stopping in. As always, thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm ready to get back to doing some scrapbooking and some paper crafting. Now that the heat of summer's here, I am not going to be outside in the heat. So that's it, guys. See you soon. Bye.